So the big news, right? Hang on a second. Codemystics.com/KI. This happened. And it really isn't that much different than we thought it was initially going to be. I was telling you guys, right? And what is it? Like, what was the Killer Instinct countdown leading up towards? Well, it was leading up towards an arcade 1-up open beta. A spectating / like lobby open beta for KI on the arcade 1-up machine, which we pointed out a billion times is right there. And I was letting you guys know that, yeah, the last project they did was arcade 1-up, and they really haven't done much since then outside of just working on classic ports and stuff like that. And there is a lot of cool stuff. There's like, you know, queue stuff, there's spectating, there's lobby stuff, which is actually pretty great. Not even done yet. That was it. Did that really warrant like a countdown timer and stuff like that to get everyone excited? I mean, I don't think so, but I was warning people. No matter, people kept like trying to say like, but what if? I'm like, yeah, I mean, I guess, like, well, I guess, but what if this? I guess, but what if that? But at the same point, I kept telling people, Code Mystics is not that developer, right? They are just, I don't even know if the amount of people that work at the studio is in the double digits. Like, they are really not that kind of a dev to do this stuff. And here's the thing, and this is going to be like a lesson, right, to sort of how you can temper your expectations. Why do, like, a lot of people ask me like, why aren't you covering this? This was leaked, this dropped, they're talking about this, look at it, it's going to be super exciting. And people jump at the front of the line like it's about to be this like huge announcement. And, you know, I was already warning people when we made the video, we were talking about it before, this is likely not going to be anything substantial. Lesson number 1. What's the first lesson, chat? The Twitter announcement itself. And I said this when it was announced, and we were talking about it. The Twitter announcement itself came from the Code Mystics Twitter. If this was for anything substantial, this is from a Twitter account from a developer that has less than 6,000 followers. I'm not saying that they're not a good developer because they have low followers. I'm saying if there was a teaser or an announcement for something substantial of Killer Instinct from the actual rights holders, which is Microsoft, then it would definitely be teased on larger accounts. It would definitely be teased in places where people could actually fucking see it. You know, it would be on IGN, it would be at a Game Awards, it would be on a Microsoft's actual Xbox Twitter. Like, it would be in places that line up and make sense. The other big lesson is that this developer is just not the developer to make like brand new content in games. They've never actually done that. They make new menus and stuff like that, and they fashion games for modern consoles, but they've never actually created like new content for games, which is why we were thinking maybe they could port it, right? All I'm saying is that if things aren't lining up, right? If things aren't like making any sense, and even they mention it like in this tweet follow-up. 2 people from our logo, they were just talking about what lines up in here and stuff like that. We were sad we weren't given the opportunity to include this feature, which was the lobbies. So it took matters into our own hands, and they're using their spare time to essentially add this up to a cabinet, which is really cool. Exciting as we hope this is for KI fans for the arcade 1-up, we know other KI fans were hoping for something else. If it's of any consolation, we're as psyched for other possibilities as you. We've relayed your dreams to our Microsoft contacts. Maybe something good can come out of it. To be completely real, there's a couple of different games like between Microsoft and like Sony, where if you even mention the name of the game, it's been so long that if you even mention the name of the game around people or seemingly official in some way, people start to lose their goddamn minds. And Killer Instinct, obviously, we know this from #BringBackKI, has a big, very dedicated fan base of people that just love this game, right? So if you even mention Killer Instinct new in any way, like something new for KI, people tend to go, huh? And everyone's ears perk up, and all these people are looking forward to, and all these articles went up about this, all this kind of stuff. The same thing is like with Sony and Bloodborne. Sony posts the picture of the Bloodborne Hunter's hat for Halloween, and people start losing their goddamn minds, and they literally have to take the tweet down because everyone's losing their minds. It's one of those situations where, you know, you have to approach this stuff with a little bit of tact, and I'm fairly sure that if Code Mystics could go back, they probably would not have wanted to stir up the masses as much as like this sort of did. But it is true that, you know, PR and marketing and executives at Microsoft are at least aware of this stuff. They are aware that people have a high amount of expectations for a new Killer Instinct of any kind. Was this it? It absolutely was not. And this was the the harsh reality I was trying to have to like ground you guys for. Was there a chance it could be something? Well, there's a chance, but there was a reason I was willing to bet 1,000 gift subs that these guys are actually making a new KI in some way, because it's just not gonna happen. So that's unfortunately what's going on. I would like to be excited, but as you can tell from my tone and how I was presenting information before, this was like an almost impossibility that this could actually be anything. It was something, right? It was something, but it was also something very specific.